all okay. So I want everybody to close their eyes. And leave the space in front of you clear. And you're putting something in front of you. Keep them closed. Don't look. Keep them closed. Keep them closed.
Yeah, right.
Keep them closed. I'll have you there too.
Don't peek, I'm watching too.
I know. Keep it up. Okay. I want you to open your eyes for 3 seconds and look at the picture. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Close your eyes. With your eyes closed, and anybody can speak, I want you to tell me what was the first thought that came to your mind about the woman that you saw in the photograph.
Her purse matched her shoes.
Her purse matches her shoes, okay.
They're trying to need some color.
Need some color. Okay, what, I heard something over here.
She has on red stockings.
She has on red stockings. What about our board? What did you see?
I really liked the blouse on top, the cute
Yeah,
bow
I
tie.
love the black on her.
You love the blouse, and what did you say?
Love the black on her.
Love the black on her. Okay.
Nice, classic.
Bless you.
Very, I would say very well put together, and but probably I would say modern.
Modern. Okay.
Dress for success.
Dress for success.
I agree with that one.
Youthful. Okay. Classic, you said? All right, you can open your eyes. So what I tell all my clients is that you have 3 seconds to make a first impression. 3 seconds, okay? After that, everything they know about you or think about you is to reinforce what they have learned in that 3 seconds. So if your first thought was this person was classy, then everything that person does from now on out is to prove whether that person's classy or not. If you said that person was a good dresser or dress for success, everything that you learn from now until forever is all to either reinforce or negate if that person's dressed for success. So does everybody have a pen?
No.
No?
Can I just do it on my iPad?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't need a pen then.
Okay, but what if I don't have an iPad either?
I love it.
I can help you. You can come to my office and get my stuff for me. There we go.
All right. So you have your pens. What I want you to do, you can draw on the picture or write on the picture. I want you to give this person an identity. Okay? I want you to give her a first name and a last name. I want you to tell me how much money she makes. I want you to tell me if she's married, if she's single, how many kids does she have, and what her occupation is. So name. I want you to put her name, give her an identity. Her name, where she works, is she married, is she single, how much money does she make? All based on this picture. Who is she? Does she travel a lot? Does she have a big wardrobe? Does she not have a big wardrobe? Does she, is she a single parent? What's going on at home? All based on this picture. 2 or 3 minutes. You can even put where she's from. If you think she's from a certain region of the country, or if she's from a different country. different state, where she's going, all of that information, just from this one picture.
I finished my assignment, so I'm looking at the menu.
Yes.
Thank you.
Be as detailed as you can. There's a rhyme, there's a reason to rhyme for this assignment. Give you one more minute. Did I get you a drink, honey?
No.
No, did you want coffee or iced tea? Coffee. Okay. Okay, anybody want to go first? I'll let you go first. So stand up and let us know who your name.
This is my picture. I thought she looks like a Claire. She's between 21 and 23. She looks like a model. I think she earns in millions with looks like that and a body like that, and she dresses so well. She earns in millions. And she's definitely single. She travels a lot. She has a big wardrobe. She's not a parent, and she lives in New York.
What college did she graduate from? No, I'm asking. What college do you think she went to? Does she have an undergrad? Does she have a master's? Does she have a doctorate?
I think she completed high school and went into modeling.
Went to the month. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, this is my picture.
Oh, wow. I like that. I won't get off it.
Her name's Jacqueline, and she looks pretty angry. She's an attorney, so she has every right to be angry. She lives in New York. It's funny how you said she lives in New York too. She's an attorney about to go to trial. She's very sleek, maybe from New York. She's about to travel somewhere, and she's very wealthy. And she's really, really organized because in order to fit everything you need in this little case right here when you're traveling, she is a mastermind.
All right.
There you go.
Very cool.
Anybody want to go?
I'll go.
All right.
This is mine.
Let me go to this. Oh, okay, cool.
Skirt and boots.
Like that.
Her name is Melina. Okay. She's single. She's in her late 20s. She wants a husband. Okay. She has no kids. She lives in Dallas in the, what is that, Midtown?
Uptown.
Uptown area.
Yeah, she looks like that.
She is a magazine editor. She's up and coming still. She has an undergraduate degree. She travels but on a budget, but she wants to look like she's more sophisticated. So that's my girl.
I think we're transferring. We're projecting. What is it called, Debbie? Like projecting onto.
You're judging. You're judging.
Okay, this is mine. Okay, her name is Angela. She's 22-ish. Let's see, what did you ask? She's fresh out of college. She didn't go to like an Ivy League, but she went somewhere to kind of one of the mid-tier colleges. She is a young professional. She does modeling on the side because she gets to travel a lot when she does the modeling. She probably makes somewhere around $60,000 a year, and her wardrobe is made up of classics. So she can mix and match and do whatever she wants and recreate these looks based on the classics that she has in her wardrobe. What was the other thing I was going to say about her? She is unmarried, no children, and
She has a wedding ring on. She has a wedding ring.
no, that's not a wedding ring.
Oh, okay.
That's just a fashion.
Oh, fashion.
Again,
Okay.
she's all about she's all about the classics, and that's a very classic looking piece. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think she's interested in getting married anytime soon. She's having fun.
He's having fun. right? Let's get one more. You can go after. We'll do 2 more.
She blends into her background. That's why I was like, she needs colors. To me, her name is Elena. She's either single or she is a deacon. She has no kids. She's an executive. She has a huge and expensive wardrobe to go with her executive. And she looks like she's from and lives in New York City and lives in this environment world.
All right, this is Nicolette.
Okay. This is my lady. And her name is Nadia.
Wow. Here's your daughter. You just said that to her.
I'm hopeful. My prayer. So she is single. She lives in Dallas. And I'm going to say she's a professional technical person that's going into management. So she's getting her career off the ground. So she's like, I'm young, I'm ambitious, I'm ready to go. She lives in a condo. Her salary is about $60,000 plus, and she uses her money wisely and looks fabulous on the budget because it says here that she got these items at dealers. And you know, dealers have great sales. She might even get this full price. And I would think that her closet is very tailored because she gets smart pieces because of the color. She can put taupe shoes with anything, and that's what I taught my daughter. Taupe goes with everything. So
I approve. Okay. So the goal, well, does anybody else want to share?
I do.
Okay.
This dress is just too. Okay, really?
Let me see.
This dress, really? Would you walk around looking like that? So she's pretty wild. She's pretty wild. She's got cats and bird cages and, okay, I don't know what she's all about, but she must be pretty wild, which matches me, so, but I would wear that. Her name is Jillian. Her name is Jillian. She's 30, she lives in New York, she's single, she travels abroad. She's fun-loving, adventurous. I think she's probably a fashion model if she wears something like that. No college, about 300,000, and she dates several men. Look at that face. Look at that. That's your face.
That's you. Okay. Does anybody else want to share? Okay, Ms. Tracy, go ahead.
This is my gal.
Which one?
Well, she's all the same person. She's
Oh, is
just
she?
wearing different clothes.
Oh, I got you. Okay. That's funny.
Yeah. And so I decided that her name is Gabrielle, and she has a master's. And she's similar to me. She's an instructional designer, and she's married, but she doesn't have any kids, and she's in her 30s. And she makes $65,000 a year, and she lives in Denver, Colorado, because she needs to be in a cold place to wear that gorgeous coat. And so, but she's very professional looking.
I like that coat.
Yeah.
I do like that coat. Okay.
And she exudes power.
Power and just with the dress, right?
Intelligence. Yes. Look at that coat though. Look at that
You
suit.
know how I feel about a fall coat.
She could have a cape and rock it.
I love fall. Like, I'm so upset this spring is here. All right.
Yeah.
So the reason why I had you do this exercise is because we all go to networking events, right? We all come to events like this. We all go to speaking engagements. We all move and operate in the world. And you would be amazed what people think about you without even opening your mouth. We're just a shop, right? We're all watching how we move, what we order, what we drink, just everything, every part of our lives, people are judging based on what we look like. And so I wanted you to be mindful as you are going out. Who's an entrepreneur here? And who works corporate or traditional 9 to 5? Okay, so as you move and you operate and you're looking for business and you're meeting with clients and you're meeting with your boss, or you're meeting with your employees, all of these thoughts are going through people's minds as you talk without even having to say anything. We don't know where these women went to school. We don't know if they are indeed models. We don't know if they're married, but just off of perception, we have an understanding of who they are. And it comes from media, it comes from personal experience, it comes from not just, and I mean news media as well as social media. All these judgments about race, class, gender, ethnicity, within the first 3 seconds, within the first 20 minutes of you coming into a room, people already have an understanding of who you are, right? Have you ever met somebody, started talking, and you're like, oh, I would have never thought that about you? Or some, I actually get offended. I'm like, what did you say? No. Thank you. So that's what I want this exercise to show you, and to have you understand to be mindful of everything you are putting on your body when you walk out of the house. It was so funny, yesterday I had Good Morning Texas, and I went home, did some things, and came back out, and I didn't change my clothes. Normally I'd like wipe off everything and do whatever. So went to the grocery store, was coming out the car with my daughter, and somebody goes, well, I just saw you on TV. And I was like, oh. Thank you. That was a good happenstance, because there are days when I'm running around with, she's like, you got me out here naked. There are days when I'm running with her and my hair is like this, and I have no makeup, and it's like Beauty and Stylist, but we're all supposed to be together every time. Every time I walk out of the house, I'm supposed to be like, and people are like, are you Dionne Dean? I'm like, no. But you have to be mindful of that, because the thing about networking in this setting is everybody has a card, everybody's Googleable, everybody, if you're not Googling the people next to you or LinkedIn while you're sitting next to them, no judgment, I'm just saying.
And I have linked all of you all, I have LinkedIn all of you all, I have your cards.
Exactly. This is the age of the search, right? So everybody's Googling you, everybody's on LinkedIn. If what they see on LinkedIn or on your social media doesn't match who you are in person, you've lost them as a customer, you've lost them as a potential business partner. Because if that from social media to who you are to who people perceive to be have to match, right? And the importance of social media, which is what I love Marisa so much, well, even without all that, but I still love her so much, is making sure that you are continuously telling your story, right? So making sure that your social media is up to date, making sure that you're posting as much as you can. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm eating food, I'm eating eggs, I'm about to do laundry, not that type of thing, right? But continuously telling your story. So if your hair, right? So when I go to your Facebook page, if you come here and you are the person, did you launch yet? Did you open yet?
Okay. Yes, we moved in Monday.
So what I want to see from you, right? I want to see hair on your page. I want to see a few like coming soon, you know, showing the shop, but I want to see hair, because you're the hair authority. And every time I see you, your hair better be tight, which it always is. Every time I see your hair, I'm like, I want to weep, right? And so, but if whatever you're selling is what you should be giving off. So this person, let's see, what was her name? Was it Elena? Jillian, right? And what was her job?
Fashion model.
She was a fashion model. So every time I see her, she should give off fashion model, right? Every time, no matter where she is, whether she's at the grocery store, whether she's at the laundromat, every time I see her, it should be supermodel, all right? So this is just an exercise to help you guys understand that and reinforce, because you've heard everybody else judge, right? It wasn't just you, it wasn't just Nicolette. Everybody had something to say, and everybody projected something onto that picture. So be mindful that everybody's projecting something onto you, whether you know it or like it or not. It's happening. Okay? Did I convince you?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you did good there.
So now, this is actually an exercise I do with my students in Tarrant County. And at the end, they're all like almost in tears, like, oh my God. I was like, well, I told you, come to class and crazy. I'm gonna think you're crazy. Okay, so now we're talking about how to accomplish all this on a budget. So it shouldn't be overwhelming to look good. Fashion should be fun, okay? And I know a lot of times, like the biggest, I don't want to say complaint, the people that I work with the most, or the thing that I hear the most when I'm working with clients is, I hate to shop, or I don't know what to shop for. I hate to shop, or I don't know what to shop for, right? And that hate to shop is usually a going into the store and there's just too much stuff, right? So filtering out what looks good on you versus what doesn't look good on, just too much mind stuff to be going on, right? So one of the things that I always focus on first with those clients is how to build a capsule collection. And so we're talking about being budget conscious, but in working with clients, I've realized that it's not really about budget, it's about spending on what you're supposed to be spending on. If you're buying, even if your budget is $100 and you go out in the store, you spend $100, if you're not wearing the clothes, that's a loss of $100, point blank period. If you're shopping and you're spending $10,000, but you're wearing each piece, that's a good spend of your money because you're wearing each piece, right? So, in building a capsule collection, can anybody tell me what a capsule collection is?
Like the core of your wardrobe?
Yes and no.
What a capsule is putting together clothing items in the same palette. Putting together, say for an example, 2 suits, 2 extra bottoms, and 5 tops equals 30 looks.
Yep. And so what you're, yeah, she got it. So when you have a capsule collection, A+, right? So when you have a capsule collection, you don't necessarily have to think about what you're going to wear anymore because you go into your closet and everything fits with everything, right? And so I can use Nicolette as an example because when I went into her closet, she had many different people, and I'll talk about that as well. We have so many different people living in our closets. We have Dionne of like 2009. We have Dionne of 1997. Like I'm going home for spring break, and Dionne from 1997 is definitely going to be in the building all day. Miami, South Beach. I'm going back Chica Linda style. That's me. So all of that in the same closet with like Dionne 2016, the entrepreneur, the fashion shop. Like all of that exists in one closet, which is okay if you're able to be those people at different times. What happens the most though is that we have all of these people in our closet and we don't want them anymore, right? I do want Dionne from 1997 when I'm in South Florida. That's who exists down there. I do want Dionne 2016 when I'm in my Good Morning Texas vibe, all that kind of stuff. But I don't want Dionne of, when do I like all of Dionne? But there are some clothes that Dionne shouldn't wear, or even there are some items of clothing that just bring back ridiculous memories. Like most of the clothes that I wore when I was pregnant, they're out the door because that last trimester of pregnancy, Jesus, I don't want anything to remind me of that period of my life. So that was the first thing to go, right? The first thing, I was like, oh, that skirt, no, those pants, no, clean it out, get it out. And so in building a capsule collection, you don't have to think about that anymore. So as you mentioned, you can have, if you're the suit person, then definitely you have 2 or 3 suits, pants, skirts that all fit together. So in going off this list, in order to build a capsule collection, the one thing you want to do is stick to a similar color palette, right? So when we looked at the young lady that was wearing the Armani, the gray, can you show that for a minute? And what did we project on her? Or who was the lawyer? No, over here was the lawyer, right? It was the same picture, isn't it? Or similar? Okay, so this lawyer, knowing that world, she's gonna stick to a navy, gray, black color palette. If she wants to add some color, if she's meeting with clients, she might do a pale blue or a seafoam green and accessorize and do it that way, right? But for the most part, her capsule collection is gonna consist of suits and basics, right? So in building a capsule collection, you have to look at what your style is. Like for me, my capsule collection includes belts, oversized shirts, and pencil skirts. Because at any time I can put a shirt on with a belt and a pencil skirt, and I have them in many different colors, and I look put together. That's my, so it's basically like a uniform, right?
So it's not all just about color then, it's also about pieces that go together.
Pieces.
Okay.
Pieces.
Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Also, when you're putting this together, isn't it important to ask yourself who's your ideal client, and therefore you dress according to that?
No. Because your clients want you to be your authentic self, whatever that authentic self is.
Wait, can you do that with accessories?
Can you show your authentic self? Yeah. If that's you, that's you. Like
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Whatever.
You see people
whatever is you.
branding.
Yeah.
They brand, you know, their color scheme according to their brand. I don't think that we said that.
So like if their logo is pink, then they want to have a pink suit on, like that type of stuff.
Well, I'm thinking about one particular individual who she wears black and white, but she's not, you know, her name's Debbie Saviano. She won't mind if I mention this.
That's her.
But her whole aura is around this black, but it works.
Yeah, that's her authentic self.
Yeah.
That's her all day. She's not doing that for her ideal client. She's doing that for her.
Not necessarily, that's not what she told me.
Oh, well, if it works for her brand, like from what I know from Debbie, that's her white. Like she partners with White House Black Market, doesn't she? Like that's what she's known for. And so for her to just jump out in red all of a sudden would probably be horrible for her brand because she's known as black and white. But I don't know her, so I can't speak to that.
Right.
And I think it's important also to be true to you first, right? Because if I'm not bringing my authentic self to the table, like all of you in here are going to be like, who in the world is Marisa and why do we want to follow her?
Yeah, you should have been black and gray one day.
It'd be weird. You'd be like, what's going on? Or did somebody die? You know. So I think what Dionne is trying to say is be authentically you and show up for yourself and show up for your client. And part of that is developing this, you know, this capsule wardrobe.
Because your clients want, my clients are hiring me. And I can't work with everybody because what you see is what you get. So if we're, you know, that's why I do my consultation. If this is not what you want, that's fine. There are stylists and other people to work for that are you. But if I show up and I'm like timid and I don't have any color on and I'm just like, meet them up, that's not me. And it'll come out in the first, you know, 2 minutes of working with me in North America. If I totally change up, I'm like, you're like, no, I don't trust you, right? Because you're not me.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, never mind.
That's okay. This is a learning place, right? All right. So one of the things to do to save some money is purchase off season. This is my favorite. So right now, because the weather has been unseasonably warm, stores are going so deep in the month of March, it's crazy. Like Dillard's just had their extra 40 off or 65 off or whatever. So if you're building a wardrobe and you're looking to build a professional wardrobe, now is the time, right? And so all the basics are gonna be on sale. And let me also say that fall is fall is fall. Spring, summer is spring, summer is spring, summer. So trends, there are so many trends that come and go. But what do we know you're gonna wear in fall? Leather boots, right? Coats, turtlenecks, all of scarves, all of those things that are like $2 right now, those are things to invest in, okay? If they're, you know, I'm always in the magazine, so I'm always looking at trends, and so there's some trendy pieces that I saw come off the runways in fall, winter that I will purchase, but that's something that you have to be really seasoned at because you don't want to be, you want to be fresh and you want to be current and you want to be new. So if you're building a wardrobe on a budget, right now is the time to shop, and then for spring, summer, it'll be September. Okay, so purchase off season. Keep it classy is the next point that I put here. And I kind of mentioned this. So being trendy, if that is your, if trendy is a part of your
seats up here.
Is a part of your brand, right? Then do trend. But for the most part, we can't carry off every trend, right? And I think if anybody has watched TVN, or grew up watching TVN like I did, do you remember Jan with her pink hair? Anybody remember that? No? Or maybe like Tammy Faye Baker with her eyelashes. If we told her to keep it classy, she would have lost all of her followers because that just wasn't her. Like she was known for those eyelashes, right? So when I say keep it classy, if classy is what you want to exude, like we saw these pictures, right? If classy is what you want to exude, then keep it classy. Right. Don't veer from this. It's very hard to go backwards. Once you've shown too much in somebody's mind, it's very hard to come. You can be a full dressed as a nun. They're gonna, no, what's underneath that thing? No, right? So keep it classy as both corporate and I'm being for we've all been there. there, and we've seen somebody in an outfit that is just not good. And no matter what happens after that, we have that like three seconds. 3 seconds is all you have. After that, it's whether to negate it or to reinforce it.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yes.
So if you're fun-loving and you're known for, wearing Western wear boots, and that's your normal garb, right? But you're going to go to a business function where you want to draw professionals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to walk in a pair of, I may wear boots, cowboy boots, but it's going to be with a, not a classy look. You know where I'm going with this?
So if you wear cowboy, like for example, I have tattoos. I love a tattoo. I'm a tattoo kind of girl, right? But that's the 1997 Dionne coming right out. So
We're so shocked.
We're so shocked,
Yeah.
and you should be shocked. Nobody's ever shocked that I have tattoos. But when I go to a professional event,
Right.
or like yesterday, Good Morning Texas, I'll wear stockings so nobody sees my legs, or I'm in a jacket so nobody sees that. But they'll see my personality through the through the pink, the hot pink, and the hot blue that I wear.
Patterns
right?
and the colors.
Yes,
Yeah.
or pattern mixing or something. So even though you may wear cowboy boots and Western wear, I would bet that even when you dress up, that Western comes out, whether it's through your accessories it comes out in some way so that we're not totally shocked.
Okay.
And we've seen that where we see one person one day and the next day we see them and we're like, what? Like everything should make sense. As you talk to somebody, it should make sense. That's what I'm saying. I get offended when I'm talking to somebody and they're like, I would have never known that about you. Why? What were you reading when you met me, right? It should come out in some way, Yes.
I was going to talk about Sherry, because one of the things that Sherry can thrive, she expresses herself through her hair. She wears her hair natural, short, blonde, lines, all of that kind of stuff. And she, she's, to me, very classy lady, but she expresses herself through her hair. And she has said that at her event. She said, this is my form of expression. Although she may dress a certain way, this is what she does. And she's, self-employed or what have you, but you can do it in different ways.
Like Marisa, if I walked in and Marisa had like, not even a French nail, just like a plain, like neutral nail, I'd be like, Marisa, what happened? You depressed? What's going on?
Now just because she said that, I'm totally gonna have to wear something
No,
to
if it was Halloween and I just saw you and you just had on like jeans and just a white tee and your nails were just like plain, I'd be like, something going on at home, Marisa. We need to talk, right? Because that's not your personality. Right. Marisa has a very fun and uplifting personality. Like she's just a bundle of energy. So she came in one day and she just kind of dragged her feet and was like, hey guys. You'd be like, where did some prayer? What's wrong? Right? That's not her. And so every time that somebody meets you, yes, it should be that way. Like it's a form of trusting you through your dress and through the way you carry yourself. Yes, Ms. Tracy.
My husband had to go to the dentist this week, and he is my dentist. And when he walked in and said his name, which I love because this is role reversal completely for us, and they said, oh, you're Tracy's husband, which I love because it's always the other way around. But, and they were like, oh, we love her hair, and she always has great nails, which I do. Dionne and Marissa always know. I have very colorful nails, and they're like, we can't wait to see what color her nails are, and we love her hair. And he was like, I'm the one that was in pain. They wanted to talk about
But Tracy makes a really good point, right? I mean, what do you truly want after you walk out of the room? Do you want to leave a mark and so people remember you? Or do you want to just fade into the wall, like I think it was your picture where the girl needed color, right? Yeah. So, I mean, you have to think about what do I want, what kind of mark do I want to leave on people when I walk out? And that's very, you can put that together in your wardrobe. Like when you walk out the door, people are going to know who you were. They're going to remember your nails. They're going to remember your hair. They're going to remember that you're sunshine, which is what I'm really working on lately.
Because now they remember how you made them feel.
Right.
Your dress, can
You're gonna make an impression, a lasting impression, even though you only go there twice a year.
Do you know how many places I've gone to and just based on my, like, I went to get gas this morning. I was pumping gas in my fun shoes, my fun outfit. Somebody goes, "You look really pretty today," and I was like, "Thank you." Just her putting that thought together just created a different energy within her based off of my outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, when somebody notices and they take time to say, "You look beautiful today," or "You look really good," that's a thought. That's thought energy. So it's changing the mood. I'm telling you people, it changes the mood. So if you meet somebody and it's all about the way you make them feel, they're going to remember you. Even if they don't do business with you, you've made them feel good.
Well, I wanted to ask a question, and it's probably towards Marissa more than you, but you could answer this too. You know, I've been working from home lately, and I don't dress up when I'm at home, and so I've been in my clothes that you let me put into a little box.
Now the truth comes out.
However, well, actually, they're my workout clothes because I walk every day. But it has changed my outlook. I mean, I'm not as happy at home because I don't dress up and I'm not the powerful, confident Tracy that I have been when I have a place to go.
But you do have a place to go, and that's a misconception. Get up and get dressed and do your makeup as if, and what you I have an at-home office. Get up, dress up, put on your clothes as if you're going to work, because you are. Getting on the computer, looking for jobs or talking to clients, you're working. That's a misconception that you're not working. You are working.
Right, and I deal with that a lot. When you do primarily work from home, you can get into a slump. I mean, there have been, I have a mastermind once a week that I meet with, you know, several ladies from this group, and there have been times that they've walked in the door and I'm in my pajamas, and they're like, "Really?" You know.
No, we didn't say really. We said anything wrong with her.
Right. But
she still looks cute in her pajamas. Just saying.
But what I do, I mean, it does make a difference. When I'm on the computer and I'm doing meetings or I'm on the phone talking to clients, if I've gotten up and I've done my makeup and I've done my hair and I've put my outfit on, I sound very differently on the phone and over the computer screen, and it's a very, very different. So try not to let yourself fall in that. Try not to let yourself fall in that hole, because you can working from home. You can get in a situation where you think, oh, it doesn't really matter, but it does. It really does. So get up, get dressed, even if you do no more than brush your hair and throw some lipstick on. Seriously, guys, lipstick and a little bit on your eyebrow and you're there. Like, you don't even have to do anything else.
Yep.
So on days when I'm just kind of, there's way too much going on and I don't have time, I do those two things. I brush my hair, maybe I pull it back, I throw an outfit on, and I'm still good to go. So this doesn't have to be overwhelming and take a ton of time.
No.
You're ready for the day.
And I think too that we get a sense that you know, if it's just me, it's just me. I'm just at home. Nobody's gonna see me. Why am I gonna dress up? But we should dress up for us.
Right. Show up for you.
Better.
Yes.
Who better to do stuff
And your
for us
family.
than for
Like,
ourselves?
I've noticed that, you know, if I wear my lipstick, my daughter is so much nicer.
Yeah.
Who knew? You know? I mean, there's no sassy talk, there's no, you know, she sees me, she hears me, she understands me, and I'm showing up for my family. So that's as important as showing up for the people that are out here in the world.
Yep.
So.
And Riley and I get dressed every day. And my husband's like, "Where y'all going?" "We gotta be going nowhere." What are you talking about? But if we came home and I looked crazy, you'd be like, "What's going on with you?" But we get dressed every day. Okay, so really quickly, stay on trend but not trendy. We talked about that. Developing a signature style. So I talked about me and my pencil skirts and my belts, having a bunch of belts and like big bag. That's just who I am. But they go both hand in hand. So developing a signature style and finding a style mentor. And your style mentor doesn't have to be literally somebody that's with you, but Pinterest is a girl's best friend, okay? If you go onto Pinterest and you start looking for looks and you see, like for me, I follow a few fashion editors, right? And I just have a board just of them at Fashion Week and what they're wearing. For me, that's my style mentor. Tom Ford, who I adore, I've adored since 1999. I love him. Even though he's a male, he keeps it clean and just sexy. He's one of my style mentors. That's what it is, even though he's a male. And then last but not least, hire a professional. And this doesn't have to be a stylist. This can be a professional hairstylist. This can be a personal shopper. One of my friends, Charmaine Marshall over at Belk, she's a personal shopper. You can go in there, knock on the door and be like, I need help. Macy's has personal shoppers. Get help. Hire a professional, especially if you're an entrepreneur, or we're all entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs here because we're all here, right? If you're looking to advance, get more clients, get more business, or just go further as an employee within your company, you need to hire a professional, somebody who's able to look at your style and make sure that it's saying what you want it to say. Yesterday I went to the doctor. When my doctor gave me advice, I didn't question, I'm not saying I didn't question her, but I trust her wisdom because she's a doctor. This is what my health insurance is paying her to do, right? Same thing with anything else. When you take your car to a mechanic, when they're giving you the estimate of everything that's done, if you have a good mechanic, you don't have to go and like check under the car. Let me see, is that for real? What I need to get done? No, you trust the people that you pay for. Same thing. So if you need help, get a good makeup artist. You have a hairstylist here, get a good hairstylist. Hire a personal stylist. Go to the mall and get a personal shopper. You find a sales associate, someone, walk through the mall, see if they're not mall, walk through the store, see if there's a sales associate that looks like she's put together and say, I need you to help me put some outfits together. These people are trained to do what they do, so hire them.
And I will give a plug for Dionne. I know she's not selling herself, but she did a closet cleanse, and I have donated so much stuff over here to the whole store and put some things in consignment to make more money to buy stuff. I mean, she did a fabulous job. And yes, it is hard partying with those 1970 clothes, but I was not happy at the moment with her, but she did a great job. And what I loved about it as well, she took me shopping to put back pieces that I needed that were outdated that she got rid of. And I felt like a little kid. She just looked at me and put it in the basket. And I was just following behind her. She put me in the dressing room, and then she, had me trying on stuff.
I was like, if I see something on her social media that doesn't align with her brand,
tell me.
Let me tell you something. I'm a different person to work with, because if you say you want me to help you, I'm gonna help you all the way. So if there's something,
with my dress,
if there's something with her social media, because I know where she wants to go, and it doesn't align with what she's told me, I will pick up the phone and say, this does not match what you're saying. Like you want a very youthful and colorful. This is not it. And didn't you do that? You got a client from LinkedIn. Like you're wanting to attract a more higher level clientele, VPs, executives. That's what you want. Then this is what you have to look like. And she switched. Look at the Facebook cover page or something.
They looked at my picture and everything and said that they liked the way it looked and they trusted how I look on the page.
To work with them. So it isn't. And I will say this, and it's not really about me. It's about whoever you hire. If you're looking, like it's 2016, we're in a new year, right? And you say you have, I love Joel Osteen, year of acceleration. This is your year. It's 2016. It's 6 figures, $30,000, $50,000 a month. That costs. So when you go to a hairdresser and it's $125 or $200, $300, $500 for a cut, or you hire me and it's $400 or $500 to clean out your closet, and then we have to do a closet cleanse. If you're looking to make $20,000 a month, or trying to get to the 6 figures, that $500 or $300 that you spend on coloring and cut to get you right, or that makeup artist that you hired to teach you, that is nothing. You're investing $1,500 to now make 6 figures. Okay? Like, we as women, we really have to change our minds, because men do it all the time. Right. My husband just he's getting a promotion, and he's like, I need you to style me. I was like, well, what's our budget? He's like, I don't have a budget, because I'm trying to get here. So whatever we spend, whatever 100, 200, 500 is going to get me another 20,000. That's nothing. Like, I'll do it. Men do that all the time. That's why stores cater to them all the time, because they'll go in there, they don't need a sale. What works? What pants work? What shoes work? I'll spend it. Women, on the other hand, are like, I know I want to make 6 figures, but I don't want to spend that much. It's just not going to happen. So and it's not a plug for me, it's just a plug for investing in yourself. If you're trying to make a certain amount of money and go to a certain level and attract VP clients, you just can't wear any kind of shoe in front of a VP. You just can't wear polyester in front of a VP. It's just like we were watching, I showed my students a video of Terry Lundgren, who's the CEO of Federated Department Stores, which is Bloomingdale's and Macy's. And at the end, they asked him what he was wearing. And he says, oh, I'm wearing Armani from Bloomingdale's, and I'm wearing a tie from Hugo Boss, or da-da-da-da-da. And I asked the class, I was like, why did he not say he's wearing like INC or Calvin, not Calvin Klein, INC or Alfani? And they're like, because he's the CEO.
Right.
It's just expected, right? So I'll leave you with that. If you need to make the investment, make the investment. It will pay off. If you're saying you want to get to a certain place this year, then you're going to have to make the investment somewhere. Somewhere. All right? And if you have any questions, I'm here.
And when people actually perceive you differently, that's when, because I noticed, you know, there's a lot of people that I've seen, either Dionne has styled or someone else has styled, and people just approach them differently. And we're all here to be the successful, amazing women that we are. So what tools can we use? What tools are in our arsenal? And you guys have heard me say that before. What's in your toolbox? Style should also be in your toolbox. That first impression should be in your toolbox. So, does anybody have any questions for Dionne?
Do you have any questions for me?
I have one question though, I don't know how to put it. It's like, I like dressing up. I'm like always trying to experiment with that. But when it comes to dressing formally, I sort of, it's like a metaphor.
Formal, like a formal dinner.
Whether it's a dress or whether it's a formal dinner or even like a suit. I'm not comfortable in them. I do wear them, but I'm not comfortable with them. And one of the best things I like about being an entrepreneur is like I don't have to. Like I could, but I still have to. At times if it's it depends on the client that I'm meeting. Sometimes if it's a big corporate, then you do have to, you know, be really formal. But deep inside, I think this is something that you were talking about. I don't feel 100% me.
Okay.
So how do you that?
You have to find, and that's why, honestly, that's why you hire a stylist, because they have more knowledge than you, right? So if you say that you don't like a suit, what is it about a suit that you don't like? Because I can see you and be like, you'd be fabulous in a St. John suit. Because you obviously wear a lot of color, you like the accessory, right? So you like to be seen, you like to show yourself in dress.
I like
so
the
you have to,
formal thing, but
so
I
you
like
have
the
to,
whole formal thing.
But you have to find a brand that aligns with you. You have to find a clothing line that aligns with you. And that's not common knowledge to everybody. That's why you hire a stylist, right? Like, for example, I'll say Nicolette, because, you know, she's my dude. So, Nicolette, on Sunday, she is First Lady Nicolette. I don't say anything about her social media on Sunday, because I know she's First Lady. I know she got to have the hat and this and the other. But if you look at Nicolette's page, her Facebook page, she had this beautiful, was it Tahari or was it St. John? She had a beautiful St. John suit that she didn't think like she could wear in her headshot shoot. And I said, but this is you. It's like a beautiful blue and teal, and that's her personality. And so that she wasn't even thinking, let me wear something like that. So it's you finding brands. I promise you, if we were to go to the store, you'd be like, oh, I didn't know about this brand, or I didn't know this, I didn't know about this cut or this fit, because you don't necessarily have to wear a suit all the time. What I would say for you personally would be to buy separates. So buy a sports coat with a different color skirt and jazz it up with a different color top. I don't think a gray or black suit is your zhuzh. Yeah, it's not. So it's all about finding, like, I don't
I love black, but
yeah, if that's not, like, I don't wear, like, yesterday I literally wore, I'll put up on my social media, I wore a hot pink blazer with a royal blue dress. It was professional, and animal print shoes.
And gorgeous. I saw it.
Yeah, that was my professional dress. And because I can wear it, because that's my personality, I could wear that into the job. And they'd be like, well, that's her. So it is what it is. Nobody would be offended. So it's all about finding, it's not that you don't like it, you just have to find suits that work for you. So I would probably say like St. John, Tahari, anything like a tweed mix that has a lot of color and personality. That's something that you probably want to go with. Yeah. So
and I think there are so many brands, like, you know, that's why you need to have somebody in your arsenal that kind of has this, because I can't keep up with all the brands. Anybody got time for that? Well, Dionne has time for that. But
that's what my students, they're like, oh my God,
I don't have time for that.
I don't want to watch another fashion show. I'm like, you're trying to be in fashion, but you don't want to watch a fashion show?
Right, right.
So yeah, anybody else have any questions about their body types or how to dress or professional, anything? All right, well, my information is on the bottom of the paper, and if you want business cards, I'll just pass it.
Yes, please pass those out. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dionne.
you.
Fabulous. She's like, why is everybody clapping? Why is everybody clapping? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
When he travels somewhere. That's fine. Because he's usually on the side, he still has his special, even though he has.
Everybody's getting something this time. She's okay. She's eating her bib. I think she's hungry. She's such a precious little thing. Oh my God.
Oh, you know, and that's
You hit that button to stop the recording?
The red one?
Yeah, just hit it. And
Thank you.